Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, a movie directed by David Fincher starring Daniel Craig and Rooney Mara, and it's a remake of a foreign film that was an adaptation of a book of a different name called Men Who Hate Women. So where they got Men Who Hate Women with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, I don't know, maybe the title was just too misogynistic and they just like, yeah, you know, we shouldn't put that, no one's gonna see the movie, so maybe we shouldn't put that. So they didn't. It's A Girl with the Dragon Tattoo now, and this is of course I don't know if it's more of a remake or more of an adaptation because I didn't read the book or the foreign film, so I'm just going to review it as a movie, just a movie as itself. So let's talk about this film because I really wanted to see this film. I love David Fincher, he's one of my favorite directors of all time, and I love Daniel Craig, he's one of my favorite actors of all time, and Rooney Mara I didn't like in A Nightmare on Elm Street. I thought she was okay in Social Network, but I heard she's playing a character that, at least in the remake, not the remake, I'm sorry, the adaptation, the foreign movie, is very, very compelling and probably one of the best characters ever put on film, from what I've heard. Some people say that. No, you know, there's some people that don't say that, but there's some people that say that. So to get this actress who I've seen once do an okay job and another do a horrible job, I really want to see how she was going to perform this role. So let's talk about the story of the movie. The story of this film starts off with Daniel Craig, who is a reporter. He's a reporter or a journalist? I think a reporter, working for this company called Millennium, and he does something right in the beginning that pretty much he loses all credibility. You know, respect is gone for him. Something happened. They don't really say until later what happened, but he loses all credibility. And right after that, he gets assigned to this older gentleman, played by Christopher Plummer, to investigate the death of, I think, his niece. Yeah, his niece that died 40 years ago, named Harriet, and he wants him to find out how she died, if she even died, because they couldn't find a body, what really happened to her. And he knows that he can do it because Daniel Craig's a genius. He's a great detective, reporter guy, and Christopher Plummer wants him to do that. So that's pretty much where the movie leaves off. Of course, Daniel Craig gets the enlists a really good detective reporter. Also, I don't know, I'm terrible with naming things like this, but I think she's a detective journalist reporter named Elizabeth Salander, played by Rooney Mara, and she's very unorthodox. Definitely, first of all, she looks unorthodox, and what she does, you know, to get her information is pretty unorthodox. But him and her become friends, of course, and they go and try to find out what really happened to this girl. So that's pretty much where the movie leaves off. I'm going to say this. I was very surprised by Rooney Mara. She did a fantastic job in this film. She becomes a completely different character than I thought she was going to be. I thought she was going to act like, because she was horrible in A Nightmare on Elm Street. She played the main character and she was so bad in that movie. I hated her in that movie. But now I'm just thinking, well, it wasn't her, it was just the freaking script and stuff. She couldn't do anything with it. She didn't give a crap. She just wanted to do that movie so she can get more better roles like this one. And she does such a fantastic job here. She really does. She's so complicated and so she's always thinking. She's so intelligent and so smart, and she's kind of hot. I'm gonna say that. You know, she's weird looking, but when she takes off her clothes, which she does a lot in this film, she's hot as hell. So she's hot. Daniel Craig does a fantastic job here, but it's Daniel Craig. Do I even need to say why he does a fantastic job? He's Daniel Craig. He's one of the best actors living right now, in my opinion. Christopher Plummer, he's not in it that long, but he's pretty damn good. Stellan Skarsgård plays a family member of Christopher Plummer, and he does a really good job. He plays Martin, that's his name. I remember his name. He's really good. And the acting is just fantastic in this film. I think Rooney Mara definitely at least gets considered, at least at the Oscars. And Daniel Craig does such a good job, I wouldn't even be surprised if he gets considered for maybe, well, of course, lead actor, because he was so great. They were both just great in this movie, and the chemistry between them is fantastic. It really is. They do such a great job. And the mystery in this movie is so compelling. You just want to know what happened to this girl. If she's dead, if she's not dead, who killed her, if anybody even killed her. And you just go through this adventure, I guess, this this detective mystery with these two pretty, well, I would say one's unorthodox and the other one's kind of sane. You know, you just want to go through this adventure with these two characters, and it's just such a compelling mystery. It really is. If I had to say I didn't like one thing about it, I would say it's a little long. I mean, it's really long, and the third act kind of falls flat to me. And it's not even the third act, it's really the last 20 minutes, I would say, because it tries to complete this story, everything that happened in the story. So it tries to complete it just in case the other two movies, because there are actually two other movies being made for this series. Just in case this movie doesn't do good, they just want to make sure that everything just fits together and they don't really need to make a second one, complete everything. And they do a good job about that, but the last 20 minutes was like, okay, come on, wrap it up. It's getting a little tiresome. That's the only bad thing I can think about this film. The dialogue is fantastic, the acting is amazing, the story is compelling, the characters are really, really good. Don't see this if you are not you know, maybe 18 or 19 or something, or can stand boring. If you can't stand being in a seat and listening to people talk for about 10 minutes, you're not going to enjoy this film. And also, if you're a kid, definitely don't go see this movie, because there's a lot of sexuality. Let's just say that. There's a lot of sexual things going on in this film. It's a fantastic film. David Fincher did a great job directing. I can't remember who wrote it. It was probably just the guy, whoever wrote the book probably also wrote the movie. But it was such a fantastic film. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a great movie. I wouldn't say I was surprised. I was looking forward to this film because I thought it was going to be amazing, and it was. It really was. It's actually one of my favorite movies this year. That one problem, that last 20 minutes, that's the only thing. I mean, it wasn't terrible, don't get me wrong. It was still good, but not as good as the rest of the movie. I'm going to give this, it's so close to perfect. God, this year was so good with movies. I'm going to give it a 39 out of 40. There you go. 1 point away from being perfect. Just 1 point. This movie was so close from being perfect. It would have been just as good as stuff like Harry Potter, Source Code, Warrior, 50-50 to me. And those movies were amazing. So was this film. Definitely go check it out. I really have to consider what is in my top 5 this year. Oh my god. There's so many good movies. So anyway, definitely go see this. Go see everything else I also reviewed in the last couple days. And I also hope you enjoy your holiday weekend. This weekend, of course. And thank you for watching my review. That was my review for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Thank you, and goodbye.